Okay, we should be good now. There we are. So that's why I always have that disclaimer at the beginning of Notorious for having no audio. But we should be good to go now. If I could just get a confirmation from somebody just to make sure. Should be good to go. I think I found the issue. Had to reconnect the mic I've been with for 5 years now. Maybe it's time for an upgrade. But definitely good to see everybody. So a recap of what you did not hear. A lot going on in the racing world. So not only in circuit, but in NASCAR. Our drivers that we currently have and also some to be announced. Also, we do have negotiations going on with a few organizations, which is really awesome. I mean, not even being out for a year, and I mean, with so many drivers we're going to be sponsoring, I mean, truly a blessing. It's wild. I don't think anyone really would have thought. I mean, no one really did think. I mean, we're the first competitive racing cryptocurrency, so it's just really cool to have that honor and privilege. But yeah, just to recap, so we'll cover over the white paper. Just what we touched on last week, but maybe some people have missed it and maybe they have any questions. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. Also, driver announcements, as said, and then NASCAR, what's going on, and then a few other things as well. So definitely a lot going on. Let's begin with the white paper. So one more time, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. I love answering questions, so that's a big thing for me. Of course, the beautiful logo here going down for the first, and this is broken down from quarter to quarter, so quarter one to quarter four. As you can see, it's dictating between January to March for quarter one, April to June for quarter two, and so on and so forth. So for quarter one, we see that we're acquiring additional sponsors with accomplished drivers, and that's a big thing just for the expansion of circuit. For any cryptocurrency project, it can be somewhat of a task to get your name out there. I mean, there's thousands of them, so why would someone put their time to you? What makes you, I don't want to say special, but what sets you aside from every other project? Again, there are thousands of them, so there has to be something unique about it. And of course, with the racing aspect, I mean, that's just a huge thing right there. So the marketing material is actually in the process of being finalized. For anyone that did see it on Twitter, I did post, or we collectively posted the banner. And the banner is beautiful. It's 4 foot by 8 foot. So it's definitely going to be a landmark. When people go to racing events, they'll be able to see circuit, they'll see the word cryptocurrency, and that's just a big thing. Because again, we'll touch on NASCAR a little bit later, but with the racing industry, it's really tailoring to the younger generation. I mean, the younger generation is what's really going to carry the world. So that's just really a big thing. We see there's always evolutions of, I mean, if it's not currency, it's how any type of logistics. I mean, no one's really riding a horse. I mean, there's people that still ride horse, but I've never seen a horse down the highway. So now with the cryptocurrency partnership, that's very important because being able to locate someone within the cryptocurrency realm, being able to have, I mean, with the first racing cryptocurrency, it's going to be difficult to find industries that are specifically focused to racing. Excuse me. But there are multiple projects out there that are reaching out to professionals in different industries that are competitive related. So having that, also the community, expanding it over to 3,000, of course, that comes with the advocation of circuit. And then for the sponsored lineup. So the sponsored lineup, we're expecting it to be pushed out probably mid or late March. Reason being is we are currently in negotiation with a few organizations, as I said before. So some of these negotiations may take hours. Some of them have. Some have been days. Some have been weeks, and we have seen months. So really just finalizing that for the community to see, and to see how many sponsored drivers we have and the level of prestige with these drivers is phenomenal. So going down to quarter two. Now, sponsorship with the car club, that's a really big thing because it's kind of stretching out towards not only any type of like circuit racing, or let's say just any type of like drag, just anything like that. I mean, we're really pushing out to people that, I don't want to say, I'll say legal street racing, that's out there. So just things like that where you're actually getting with people that maybe it's just a side hobby of theirs. This isn't like their profession, but this is something that they truly enjoy and they're passionate about. And that's the biggest thing that Circuit is reaching out to, is locating individuals that are passionate for racing. They want to learn, they want to really grow. So the car club is a beautiful way for us to go about that. Now for the marketing material, that's when about that time that we would be pushing it out to all the sponsored drivers for dispersing among individuals that are attending the racing events. Now the rewards website that was touched on last week, for anyone that does remember, this is involving the mobile technology including on your cellular device, having a wallet on there. For a project, again, I'll have to touch on it, but for not even being a year old, released to the public, and having the opportunity to expand to a mobile technology, man, that's a really big step. There's a lot of time that really goes into that. For the founding team, we're actually finalizing a lot of it, but the rewards website is unique in the sense that there is an added security protection to it. A lot of people, when they think of cryptocurrency, they think it's just a huge scam. They have a lot of negative remarks when it comes to cryptocurrency, and I understand, because they're not familiar with it. And for people that aren't familiar with something, they're going to be, they're just going to speculate, and maybe they don't want to gain the information that's necessary. But I believe that's just going to come with time. And with the changes that are coming, again, we'll touch on NASCAR. We can see the younger generation is really into the expansion of technology. And we do see it every single day. We truly do. And I think some people may take it for granted just like what's happening right now. This wouldn't have occurred decades ago, being able to live stream. But now we take it for granted with all the different applications that are out, all the mobile technologies. So really expanding upon the currency aspect of it is a really big deal. And now, again, it goes to developing and releasing the mobile technology, going along with the rewards website. That's a big thing. For the live streaming events, we want to be able to have a face-to-face to the best of the ability that we can with the community. Community is a huge thing, and we wouldn't be anywhere without the community. We all know that. We don't take anyone for granted. Everyone starts somewhere. I remember when Circuit didn't have any followers on Twitter. Now we're over 2,000. So it's really just about remembering where you started, where you are, and don't take it for granted. Of course, everyone wants to continue expansion, but never belittling anyone that is beginning, and always being professional and respecting everyone. So that's a huge thing with the live streaming, is reaching out to the community. And now with the Circuit website, and really just renovating it, making it easier for individuals. I do want to switch over right here. So myself, along with the founding team, we were going through the slides and just making it more user-friendly. You see here, you see the first competitive racing cryptocurrency. You can join Discord. You can see our white paper. You can see the roadmap. The white paper is a huge deal, because if you want to see the specifications of the cryptocurrency, you can find it in there. You can see all of our social medias right here. You can just, boom, you click a button, you're sent to that location. It really just mainstreaming everything, streamlining it. Discord, Telegram. There's several social medias that we do reach out to, and we have some place in. So really just going through. One thing I do want to touch on is the wallet right here, and you also see the Circuit faucet. So the wallet is very important to download. The reason I say that is if you want to achieve any type of reward from the Circuit blockchain, it's imperative that you do download the Circuit wallet. We're currently in the highest reward period. There's several phases within the Circuit blockchain, each one with a different block reward. And when I say that, we are built off of proof of stake and masternode technology. So anytime a block is hit in this huge blockchain, then there's going to be individuals that are gaining reward from it. So with downloading the wall, you would just click it here. You can take your address and go over to the circuit faucet located right here. And then all you do is type in your wallet address, and then you just get free coin that way. So there's several outlets of going to gain cryptocurrency circuit free. So it's beautiful that cryptocurrency, a lot of people can relate to the stock market. If you're familiar with the stock market with dividends, I know Ford stock has dividends. But with Circuit, you can also attain dividends. So just having a reward system is definitely a great thing. Let's go over to quarter 3. And again, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Don't be shy about it. I'm more than happy to answer questions. I mean, that's what we're doing this. D-Lo, how's it going, man? Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, I mean, we love to answer questions. We want the community involved and really show you what we're all about. That's the biggest thing. So, excuse me. We are just speaking on the masternode technology. So with the proof of stake and the masternode technology, we already have a partner with Apollo Network. If you go to the website, I'll just go ahead and bring it up right here. Our partners, you can go to, I apologize, services. Masternode hosting, Apollo Network right here. You would just click it, and then that's how you could begin achieving a masternode. I will say masternodes do have increased reward capability. As the phases go through, there's going to be more designated to the masternode holders as they actually have more stake within the company, as you could say. So that's a really big thing. For establishing a charity event for young drivers, we've already touched on this multiple times, but the youth, I mean, that's the next thing. The young generation is always a primary focus and should always be a primary focus. So being able to establish a charity that is going to really help develop and place these individuals in a capacity where they can learn more about racing, or even just get a feel for it, like maybe if they want to go that route. That's a huge thing. With Rent a Race Car, one of our partners, you can actually, and that's also on the website as well, you just go to partners. But with his whole business is he'll actually outsuit you with everything that you need. There'll be a course that's given, and you can actually race around a racetrack. And it's a great experience for, again, just filling out, hey, is this the route that you want to go? Is this something for you? And if not, hey, you didn't spend thousands or tens of thousands of dollars getting into it. So it's a great outlet for doing so. For the additional statistics reporting site, again, that really just goes to the advocacy of Circuit. People want to see how the coin's doing. I mean, we're already on Blockfolio, so you just download that app to your mobile device, and you can see how it is going within the market. Now, the market is set by the community. The founding team has no input on, and I have to stress that, we have no input on the exchange. We've had questions, hey, how's the value, or however, do you think it, however. But that's strictly community, how the community views it. I will say Circuit's up about 100% today. So that's as far as the founding team goes, as far as just viewing it. So having the reporting website is just different outlets of people being able to search it either on their desktop or a mobile device and just learning more about Circuit and how it's performing. So for the community automated mailing list, we already have one. There's going to be one going out tomorrow. This actually in the description as well. You just go down to the description, you click the link, you place your email address, and then boom, you have newsletters that come out, and there's a great percentage that there's going to be a promo code in it that you can use at the faucet for additional free Circuit. So a great opportunity to learn more about Circuit and have any type of stake within the project. I like saying project more than company. So having a stake within the project. So now for quarter 4, of course, this is closing out the year. So being able to expand up to 5,000 members. We currently have about 2,500, give or take a little bit, which is great. I mean, for only being out for 7-8 months now, being able to streamline that. So thank you to the partners, the sponsors, the drivers for everything. More than appreciative of that. So expanding over 5,000, and from there really just continuing to do so. Again, in quarter 4, we'll be developing the 2021 roadmap. Of course, that's something to look for. Now, the coin market cap is very important for anyone that may be familiar with crypto, or even if you're starting out. If you were to search a project, more than likely you'll see the coin market cap go up. Circuit is on the coin market cap. There's different phases within it. So we're currently in the initial phase, which is beautiful to see, especially from a young project. So being in that initial phase, there's so many different things that you have to achieve to actually get a full listing. And it does take quite some time, I have to say. So being able to fully list on the CoinMarketCap, again, is a high level prestige for any cryptocurrency project. Now, for key exchanges, these are for the community. The community always wants to see more exchanges. And then implementing the 2021 racing season driver proposals. For the driver proposals, of course, a lot of contracts or memorandums will be coming to a close. And it's really, again, going through the negotiation phase, which is always fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love doing negotiation, but again, this can be very time consuming. We want to ensure that both parties are content with the really whatever's drawn out. Ensure that both of them are seeking really whatever they're looking for and making sure that we're both very happy. So that's a big thing with the driver proposals. Again, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Don't be shy. I mean, that's why we're here doing these live streams, is to really reach out to the community and really broadcast everything that's going on. So let me go ahead and bring this back up. So one big thing for anyone that may not be familiar with it is Christian West is our iRacing circuit-sponsored iRacer. Phenomenal driver. I mean, his statistics are truly top tier, and it's not even exaggerated. It was truly a blessing to have him join Team Circuit for this racing season, and wow, I'm truly taken from it. So let me go ahead and bring up right here. So Christian West actually did take the SARG Legend Car Series Round 3. This is a huge accomplishment. I mean, it truly is. As we already know, there's thousands of iRacers out there, thousands of individuals that want this specific title of being champion of Round 3 of the Legends Car Series. So he's actually sent this to me, and I couldn't be more proud. I mean, truly, it really takes a lot of time, dedication, and I know he puts a lot of work into it. So we love to have drivers that are devoted and truly passionate for what they do. So I wanted to make sure that the community was aware of that. Now for the drivers, I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to our desktop. Boom, there we go. Now for the drivers, I don't think I really touched on what the announcement was, but as I've said, that we are in negotiation with a lot of organizations, and I actually received a message, goodness, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, from an individual that was interested in becoming Team Circuit. So we started speaking, and he's truly, I mean, I may say phenomenal a lot, but it's not even an exaggeration. I mean, actually seeing the achievements, the accomplishments, the dedication. When I was actually looking through his photos, I could see that he was in some type of incident. I mean, racing can be very dangerous, but that really broadcast that it can be dangerous. But I mean, really bouncing back from that and continuing was truly a highlight. So we actually did develop the webpage for him. We actually go to drivers. You can see in the drivers, everyone that is currently fully sponsored. And when saying fully sponsored, meaning everything's been good, like as far as everything has been completed, we go to a late model stock and we see Trent Goodrow. Go ahead and click on this. Here we are. So Trent Goodrow, and you can also, of course, go to the website. You can view this for yourself. I'm going to touch on it, but I mean, truly the accomplishments. He's actually currently racing in the American-Canadian Tour. We can actually see it right here. This completes in several states and also touches within Canada. He has been racing since 5 years old. So currently about 10 years of racing experience, which is amazing. There's a lot of things that I wish that I had started younger in life. But that's just great. Starting at 5 years old. And you can truly tell that he really, I mean, he has a raw talent for this. We can actually go down here and we can see the accomplishments. Several distinguished accomplishments. He's been titled twice as the INEX Massachusetts State Champion. Also 13th in the nation, which is wild. I mean, wow. You know, I can't broadcast that enough, but I mean, truly with the circuit team, with the team circuit drivers that we have, I mean, these are truly top-notch drivers. I mean, they truly are. With any driver that we have, I could really advocate for ever about why this individual is just the amazing driver that they are, have the accomplishments and the achievements, really the passion. Again, passion is something we truly go for. If you're not passionate, I believe even if someone does have raw talent and they you know, boom, they're just really good at it, passion's truly going to push you right above that. Just having that, just really grinding it out, all the practicing, all the time that's gone into it, the most valuable resource, just placing it into driving, it's an amazing thing. So we can see 13th in the nation, finishing second in points in the Geo Motorsports NELCAR Series. And then right here really says, oh, we're honored to have him on Team Circuit and look forward to seeing him on the racetrack. So with Trent, he actually does have GoPro film that he does when he races, which is amazing. I truly cannot wait to see that. Being able to have just, you know, a first-person view on what goes on, and I mean, that's as close as really being in the driver's seat. I mean, it's really great. So when you go to the circuit website, you would just go here to partners, go down to drivers, late model stock. You can see Trent here. Now these are his Facebook page, Instagram page, and Twitter. Make sure you check him out. Truly follow him. It's going to be an amazing series, and I'm really excited to see him really get on the track. I mean, I truly believe he's going to, achieve great. I mean, I would, you know, champion, podium finishes. I mean, this is an amazing thing. So, thank you, Trent, for being on Team Circuit. If you are viewing this, I really do appreciate it. As you can see, I'm lost for words because it's just phenomenal to see such a young driver. I mean, you really don't see young drivers making achievements like this. That's why it's so, I'm just lost for words because, there's drivers out there with decades of experience that don't achieve this. So truly an honor and a blessing. Thank you so much. I look forward to working with you. And if you need anything whatsoever, please let us know. Again, to everyone that is viewing, if you have any questions whatsoever, please post them within the chat. Now let's go over to, this is the big thing right here. So whenever it loads up. So 2020 Daytona 500 is marking a new era for NASCAR. A lot of people, NASCAR and racing in general, if we actually look at NASCAR specifically, I believe the numbers have been, I would say, quite stagnant for the time being. Now, this isn't a negative. If we look about a decade past, the numbers were much higher. But as we can see throughout this occurring decade, there's been a lot of racing genres that have come out. Just as far as, like, let's just take the car club, for example. I mean, we have a lot of, like, street racing, legal street racing. And really everything like that would drag really anything going on for that. Now for NASCAR, we can see that the reason that the 2020 Daytona 500 marking a new era, and we'll actually just scroll down here so I can see everyone. Finalized in October, the deal gave NASCAR control over a total of 12 tracks. Now, with a total of 12 tracks, they're actually able to dictate the scheduling. And we can see this beautiful advertisement for Crest. But it gives them the ability to alter the scheduling more how they see fit. And this really just goes right back to the younger generation, making it more friendly to the younger generation, in my opinion, because we all know, the younger generation, that's what everyone is wanting to tailor to. That's why we have all these new applications. Streamlining social media is a big thing, is for the younger generation. Let's go right over here. And I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this, but President Trump will attend Daytona 500. I believe he's the second president to do so, and George Bush was the first. Yes. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Which is phenomenal. I'm truly the president of the United States. Everyone has their own feelings when it comes to politics. I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm not here to dictate any type of political anything. But really, just like the main focus of this is the president of the United States is attending the Daytona 500. I mean, that's just the big thing. No matter your political stance, that's not the point here. The point is that an individual at that position is seeing racing, the racing field as, a great importance. And that's a really big thing. The last one was George Bush, and that was in 2004. So having him there is really just broadcasting racing. As we saw, Coca-Cola is now a sponsor of iRacing. It's really just like hit after hit for racing is, these huge corporations, these huge political figures are really streamlining to the racing genre, or the racing industry. So that, that's a great thing. With Circuit, Circuit is the first competitive racing cryptocurrency, and that's great to see. I know a lot of people that we reach out to, drivers, partners, sponsors, they love to see that Circuit is here as an advocate to the racing industry. As I said, the racing industry, or NASCAR really specifically, has been type stagnant, and that's not a negative. Trust me, it's not a negative coming from me. The reason I say that is because it's showing us where we were decades ago. For me, like decade ago, but where we're coming from and the reasoning of why it may become more stagnant or how we can improve upon that. Now we can see this technological age, is really bursting with everything going on. Now we have cryptocurrency. People may not be really familiar with it, but there are a lot of people out there that want to learn more about it. With 2017, we saw a lot of people really burst into it. The overall market cap for cryptocurrency was about $837 billion. A lot of people thought cryptocurrency would go away. I've never seen an industry valued at $837 billion disappear overnight, and I don't think it's going anywhere, because we have to think about it. From someone with the stock market, coming from the stock market, people have emotions. That's how it is on a daily basis. Let me make sure I get this. But with the emotions, when you're trading, when you're a day trader, as I specifically was in the stock market, you're really going off of those emotions. So when you're telling me that this $837 billion industry is going to go away, you're forgetting about these emotions people have. People want to make money. There is greed in the market, but there is also fear in the market. And that's the biggest thing when you come to the bears and the bulls. Not to touch too much on trading, but just give an idea of so when people see all this money really rolling in, they see Bitcoin broke over 10,000 just recently. I don't want to touch too much on greed, because people think greed is this just horrible, deadly thing, but that's just kind of how it is. People really want to make money, sometimes really fast, may not go about the right route, but they want to make money too. Everyone wants to make money, don't get me wrong. So when Bitcoin's breaking over 10,000, people are pushing in. And with everything going on in cryptocurrency next year, even Bitcoin halving taking place in about 3 months, that reward is going to be cut in half. People are going to get less of a reward. And when there's less of a reward, there's more scarcity. And of course, if we look at just like the law of supply and demand, if there's less supply and there's more demand, obviously the price is going to go up. So that's just a big thing to kind of relate cryptocurrency really into the whole aspect of when it comes to racing. Now we can see people are starting to focus more on racing. Hey, the president's going to Daytona 500. That's turning heads. Coca-Cola just signed a deal with iRacing. That kind of like turns heads. Like, why are people focusing on this specific industry? Is there something going on? As we can see, Circuit's up almost 100%. Like, and it just keeps on hitting like this racing industry. So it's phenomenal to see. So, I'm truly looking forward what's going to happen in the near future. Of course, from a trader's aspect, I have a great idea of what's going to occur. Everyone is going to I mean, it really just comes down to how people figure it out themselves. Some people are already curious. Some people already want to learn a little bit. Some people aren't wanting to learn more about it. And, I mean, it's just going to come in time. With cryptocurrency as a whole, I believe we're still in a pre-investor stage, meaning that, I mean, this isn't where cryptocurrency stops. I mean, there's so much growth, so many decades that this is going to expand. We can already see a lot of deals going on. I believe Tron signed with Samsung. I mean, that's a huge thing right there. So, I mean, what keeps Circuit from signing with NASCAR down the road? Nothing stops it. I mean, truly the sky's the limit. For seeing, being able as a founder to see, boom, where it started and then currently where it is. I mean, it's truly day and night. We have a phenomenal staff. Our administrators, our moderators, our support team. I mean, it goes on and on. It is top tier, truly experts in their field, and really passionate for what our project is. So thank you so much to the staff. Everyone is truly respected across the board, no matter, and I always touch on this. I touched on this last stream, but no matter if you're a founder, a moderator, everyone is respected the same. Everyone gives respect and is provided with respect, and that's a big thing about being professional. We may not be some type of huge industry, Apple or Google or however, but I mean, even with saying that, maybe like one day, I mean, it's not going to be overnight, don't get me wrong, but one day we're going to achieve greatness. I mean, truly be a huge outlet for the racing industry. So, but it's really about celebrating the small victories along the way, and not saying that what we achieve is small or insignificant, but being able to really see where we come from, having these phenomenal drivers in our lineup is truly a blessing, and it's something that we do not take for granted. And I have to highlight that nothing that, I mean, with the drivers, the sponsors, we do not take anyone for granted, because, I mean, really just going back to it, you got to remember where you came from. So, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, really, okay, so let's just put this at the, like, an intellectual, why would this happen? Well, we have to look about, when we're going back to greed, and I'll say greed because people want to make money, but people also want to save money. With Circuit, if we look at, you could go to any type of retailer, and some of them will not accept American Express. They will not accept it. Is it because they don't like American Express? No, it's because their fees are outrageous, 18% or however. You don't see it as a consumer, but the business will eat those fees. That's why they go with Visa or MasterCard or however. The fees are significantly lower because the banks are making a lot of money off fees. I mean, it's craziness. So when you're taking Circuit and you're seeing the fees that are associated with Circuit's fee is 0.0002 Circuit, which translates to 1 Satoshi or 2 Satoshi, 1 Satoshi, 2 Satoshi. And 1 Satoshi, I mean, I could break it down. It's point 7 zeros and a 2. That's the fee. It doesn't matter if you're transferring 10,000 Circuit, a million Circuit. It doesn't matter. That is the network fee that's associated with the transfer. That is like that just takes it right there. When you tell a business or an industry, that's the fee that's associated with this. If I were a business owner, why would I not go that route? I would be saving thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in these fees. I mean, that's really the biggest thing right there. I don't know what tops that, because when you're saving all that money, then you can allocate it to different things. So, let me go ahead and switch back over here. But I mean, that's really the thing that takes the cake. I like that. I'm gonna use that more often. But it's just phenomenal to see that a lot of people, I believe they have it maybe in their head that these fees just have to occur. We have to live with the fees. The bank gives us these fees. We got to live with the fees. I mean, what are we going to do about it? But that's not the reality. The reality is there is something you can do about it. Cryptocurrency, Circuit's fees are phenomenal compared to truly any other cryptocurrency. I mean, there's several cryptocurrencies, thousands of cryptocurrencies out there, but Circuit's fees are so minimal. it's like it doesn't, like, you can't believe it's true, because if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But I mean, that's not the case. I mean, you could see if you download the Circuit wallet, you transfer over anything, you're going to see that fee of 0.0002 Circuit. And then you can also translate that to, if you go to Blockfolio, you download the app, you can see Circuit, and then boom, you can see how much that amount's worth. So, I mean, that's really just a really huge thing. Now, one thing I did want to touch on is Dilo, currently in the chat, is one of the founders of Circuit. Truly an expert when it comes to the graphic work. I mean, phenomenal. Wow. I mean, really, with anything that you do see that is Circuit related, I mean, we can see, I mean, with the Circuit logo, with anything on the website, I mean, anything graphical, it comes from Dilo or Dan, and just truly amazing. So one thing that I want to touch on is, I mean, we could just look at here. This is something that he brought to my attention with a new rendering that he does have. And I mean, it's just beautiful. There are, if anyone's ever seen that we do have graphical work that we place on different vehicles, really just, I mean, even in my car, and I believe I may have that. I can just go ahead and pull this up. This was designed by him as well. So this is my car wrapped in Circuit. And I mean, it's amazing. I would love to get this. I'm not going to lie. I'd have to get the rims and everything. But it's just, it's so beautiful and visually pleasing. And that's what we want to give to the community, is polished products. Really, whenever we release something, when it comes to the mobile technology, when it comes to anything whatsoever, having a polished product that they can truly see and our team can be proud of. The individuals that are on our team, you know, as founders, we want to, and we do provide a reason for them to truly be proud of the team that they're on, to be individuals in the staff. I mean, that's really what it's all about, is giving everyone a reason of why they should look at Circuit. And that goes back to what we said in the beginning. With thousands of projects, why look at Circuit? Well, we're already innovators in the crypto space. We're the first competitive racing cryptocurrency. Everything's professional. Everything's polished. Our transaction fees are minimal. And when I say minimal, like it's not even near a penny. Like it's not even near a penny. I was actually, I mean, even doing transactions, as soon as you click that button, boom, it's already in someone else's wallet or wherever. I mean, it's instant. Transaction. It's not like, oh, you have to eat these huge fees with PayPal, or oh, I gotta wait 3 days for it to transfer from boom to boom wherever. I mean, it's instant. You are the dictator. That's kind of used loosely, but of where your money goes. So if you want your money to go from here to here, boom, it's instant. You don't have to pay these huge fees. You want to transfer $1,000, you know, there's no taking, you know, 10% of it or however, your hard-earned money away from you for a fee to transfer it from here to here. It just doesn't make sense. That's not what Circuit's about. We're truly about being able to streamline anything to community, to the individuals that believe in this project, giving a reason of why they should be involved in Circuit. I mean, I could seriously talk all day. I mean, I'm not going to, because, you know, people have schedules and lives, but I could go on for days and days of why Circuit is to be looked at and advocate for Circuit, of why this is going to be huge. You know, people may not believe me off the bat of, oh, why is this going to be huge, or why this is going to be huge. But I mean, like, even if you look at YouTube of, and I was looking through, like in 2009, someone was talking about Bitcoin. Oh, buy Bitcoin, it's going to be huge. And you can see in the comments, people are like, yeah, right. That's the biggest scam ever. And he's like, you just buy, you know, just $1 of Bitcoin, you can get like 1,000 of them. Just do it. And now people are like, wow, I could have just at least taken the chance with $1, but you know, it didn't happen. So, I mean, I can even be at fault with that. My cousin told me about Bitcoin back in 2010. I think it was about $1 at that time. $1 of Bitcoin. He said, hey, there's this digital money. And I said, okay, what do you do with it? And he said, I don't know. And that's pretty much where it stopped. So, and there's no fault because, people are going to be skeptical and that's fine. But I'm giving true, concrete reasoning of why not to be skeptical and why to believe in circuit. This huge project with this mass potential. I mean, this is, again, I could go on forever and ever, but I mean, circuit is just a huge, huge thing. So, going back to the roadmap, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. We normally these are for about an hour to really just advocate to the community, answer any questions whatsoever. I know everyone has schedules, don't get me wrong, and I'm truly appreciative of anyone that is attending. So, not for letting this go on all night, but again, I'm more than happy to answer any questions whatsoever. Oh, one thing I do want to say. So if you go to, and we can actually just go right here, the Circuit Faucet, getting started, everything is on the Circuit website. So if you download the Circuit wallet, you go to this link in the Circuit Faucet, all you do is place your Circuit address in this area right here. You place the promo code we have right now, all caps, Circuit Racing, one word, all caps, Circuit Racing. You can get up to 500 circuit in addition to what the faucet gives you for free. That's really, I don't know what else to say other than that. Why not, obviously. Click I'm not a robot, I wouldn't think you are, and then boom, claim your circuit, and then of course the circuit goes into your wallet free of charge. So I really don't know. We can already see over 4,200 payouts have taken place. So 4,232 payouts have already taken place. We can already see the amount that's been paid out to the community, to the individuals that do follow circuit. So, it seems pretty safe to me. I know people are skeptical of cryptocurrency, but when you can associate a face with a project, it's pretty much legit. I don't really know how to go about that. Okay, so we touched over the circuit roadmap, touched over quarter 1 through 4. Definitely a lot of great information here. And again, it is on the circuit primary website. We just go over, we don't even have to go to home. We could do it from here, but you can see everything here getting started with the Block Explorer. And the Block Explorer, the Block Explorer it's truly imperative. When you actually go over to the Block Explorer, now the Block Explorer is what lays out everything when it comes to circuit. So as I was saying, right now we're in the highest dividend period of the circuit blockchain. And that's actually phase 2. So phase 2, every block that's hit is 1,000 circuit, and it's dispersed between the masternode holders and the proof of stake individuals. If you have your wallet attached to an internet connection, if you're just looking in the internet or however, you have a circuit wallet open, then you have the ability to get free circuit. And for it to not like, oh wow, why are you getting free circuit? What's occurring is every time a block is hit, there's more coin that's put into circulation. We can see that with every other cryptocurrency. Unless they've already hit max supply or they're a token. Tokens are truly different from, tokens are different from coins. That's a big thing to remember. A lot of people that come into cryptocurrency, they're like, hey, what's your token? Well, there's a huge, you can't say just token so loosely because there's a huge difference between a token and a coin. A coin is going off of a proof of stake, proof of work, or masternode technology. Now there are some off the wall, like I can't even. What is it? Proof of lease. Proof of lease is one. I don't know. People just come up with stuff, but tokens are different because tokens are brought into circulation and they're dispersed at that moment. Now some are held by founding teams and they're locked away, but when a token is created, they're all brought into circulation. So tokens are completely different than coins because coins, you have a dividend reward system, which is a big thing. You're having different, block times. You have different difficulties. You can see like the coin supply. As you can see, the coin supply right now is 614 million. Now the total supply of circuit is 3 billion. People may think, oh, 3 billion, that's a lot. It's truly not a lot. Well, there's several projects that I know of that have 17 trillion coins. Now that's when it gets a little dangerous, because you need a huge demand if you want to have a huge supply. Having 614 million coins in supply is a beautiful amount, because if you're wanting to be a worldwide currency, that's a good amount that you need. It's going to ensure that the market is, like any type of marketing or however, it's just a really good amount. And I believe the founding team, the developing team, did a phenomenal job of selecting that. So truly proud of that. Going back over to the website, really everything is just streamlined. I love the website. I think it's visually pleasing. Everything's there that you need. If you want to see social medias, boom, it just popped up on the screen for me. I didn't have to go around searching for it. Granted, it is in here, but being able to, highlighting the word streamlining it, very important thing. Here we are with even more with Discord and Telegram. People use different social media platforms, so it's good to be able to reach out to the different ones. Again, with downloading the wallet, that's truly the key with the Circuit Faucet. Who doesn't want free coins? For anyone that wants to begin a portfolio in Circuit, that's a great way to go about it. There are several ways to go about it. There are certain things that are in the Discord, and the Discord is actually within the description as well, that you can see everything laid out. You can see the drivers, you can see all their information, you can see social medias to follow them at, to learn more about them, with the sponsors, with the partners, the cryptocurrency partners. It really just goes on and on and on. So there's truly a beautiful job. Tim, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tim. Always good. Tim is actually down within the partner section of the description. Truly check him out. Stock market trader has really a lot of potential. Not saying that he isn't already making money. That's a big thing in the stock market. Coming from the stock market and really coming over to cryptocurrency, I love being able to see both fields. But within the stock market, it's very difficult to achieve being green or making money. And Tim does a fantastic job, so click it, yeah. Yeah. If anyone has any questions whatsoever, I've said this like quite a few times, but get lost in Rocket League. Oh, you gotta carry me. But truly, there's a lot going on in the racing industry, and I really can't advocate for enough. But with the NASCAR, the deal that's closed, with Coca-Cola, a huge corporation, truly, coming into racing industry, becoming a huge sponsor of it. Everything's lining up. This is the perfect storm right now. As we can see, we just closed we've achieved a new driver. I'm not going to say close a deal, because it's like downplaying it. It's not closing a deal. It's really being able to have a new driver brought to Team Circuit. That's how I like to really say it. This isn't, having a new driver isn't really downplaying to, we just closed the deal. It's more than that. It's having an individual that's passionate about racing and having the opportunity for them being on Team Circuit. And that's the biggest thing. And that's why I keep on really correcting how things are said, because, there's really no downplaying anything within Circuit or within the racing industry. These are huge milestones that are being achieved daily. And that's really how it should be advocated and broadcasted for. Thank you. Yeah, I'm truly excited. I truly am. I know this is going to be a huge rush when, yes, we see Daytona 500s taking place tomorrow, but really when it comes to, excuse me, there are current negotiations going on, so I can't say too much, but there is a lot that is coming in the near future for circuit. I mean, a lot. I cannot touch on that enough. I mean, as we can already see with Christian West achieving that amazing championship of the SARG Legend Car Series. I mean, that's huge. There's thousands of drivers that strive to achieve that. And circuit sponsored Christian West was able to achieve that. And that's amazing. Phenomenal and truly talented. And that's what we really just highlight. We incorporate into circuit. Anything that we do is with a high level of professionalism. And we ensure, and again, I have to say everything is polished. We don't push out things like, hey, let's just see how it goes. It's not like that. Even circuit, yes, it's been publicly released for 7 months out to the public. So everyone knew about circuit, or people are learning about circuit. But there was months, if not a year, where we were planning everything out, ensuring everything was finalized, making sure everything looked good, excuse me. And I remember the night that we released was over a 24-hour night. So, I mean, I believe we actually went about 28 hours. And I mean, that's not the first time we've gone over 24 hours of working on circuit. It's exhausting. And the reason I say exhausting is not that we don't love what we do, but everyone does need sleep. And, there are a lot of late nights incorporated with circuit. I love being on the circuit team. It truly brings a lot of joy. Just being able to be a part of this just an amazing project with these amazing individuals that truly work very hard. If we look at huge corporations, let's just say this: we have huge corporations, right? Everyone is working their 8, whatever, they go home. Boom. A lot of our staff members, if not all of them, have 1 to 2 jobs they're already doing. Circuit isn't the only thing they do. They have families. They have jobs. Some of their jobs are 12-hour days. I mean, that just shows a level of dedication that I would rack and stack among several corporations out there. I mean, with ease. I truly would. I mean, there's just so many hours that we put into this. So much dedication, starting from truly the foundation and building from there. There's a lot of projects that, and I don't compare in a negative spotlight, because everyone has their own route of going about doing things. But the rate that circuit has been going is just light years ahead of what I've seen in the past. So, yeah, late nights make the car go round. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. But yeah, I mean, that's really what it's all about. Again, if anyone has any questions, I'm here. I want questions. That's a big thing. Like, I really don't be shy. Don't be shy. If you have questions, I am here. Like, I'm right here, right behind the camera, talking to you at home or wherever you are, and hey, I'm here for you. I mean, we're all about community at Circuit. That's a big thing, is community, and really advocating that we are here for the community. We're here for the racing industry to broadcast it and ensure that the racing industry continues expansion. As I said earlier, NASCAR has been stagnant in numbers. Now, I'm not going to say it's been the same. It's fluctuated. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that, boom, it's been stagnant. But that's not a negative thing, because within NASCAR, truly a foundation, we've built upon that. We have the car clubs, even like drone racing. And that's another thing that Circuit does reach out to, is drone racing. It's not only automotive as far as, like, let's say reaching out to Legend Car or iRacing. It's not only that. I mean, there's drones, there's monster trucks. I mean, it goes on, horse racing, dog racing, if you're into that. I mean, some people are into it. I mean, I've never really been to a dog racing event, but that would be cool. I mean, it just goes on anything, and that's why we're the first competitive racing cryptocurrency. We incorporate all competitive racing. I mean, it's a huge field. It's a huge industry. What's the solution to the? I mean, that's a great question, Sam. Thank you for that one. Oh, Did you learn anything about crypto making the move from a trader to a creator? Okay, I mean that zombie. It's always zombies. Yes. No, yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Spectre Security. Learn anything about crypto making the move from a trader to a creator? Wow. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so I mean, by trade, stock market, day trader. Um, when I first entered the stock market, it was new. I had no idea about financials. My family didn't teach me about. I didn't even know what the stock market was until I was 20. Oh my goodness, 24, 23, something around there. But actually going into it, learning everything about it. I do love the trading aspect. Don't get me wrong. I believe I was successful in it. I never, I'm not one of those individuals to put in your face, boom, look at me. But I believe there were successful milestones I did hit within trading. So coming over to cryptocurrency, I mean, everyone saw 2017. I was involved in crypto around the end of 2016, beginning of 2017. But really transitioning to cryptocurrency, I mean, there's a lot of similarities as far as we were talking about the emotion that goes into it. There's always fear, there's always greed. Just breaking it down to those primal states of greed and fear. But that's truly what fuels the market. I mean, as we can see, when Bitcoin broke over 10,000, there was a push up because that was one of the lines. And if you go down to, I mean, depending on how much we want to get into trading, but you have stop orders, you have stop losses, and being able to push over 10,000, boom, you see that pop up to 10.5, I think it was, or 10.4, somewhere in there. But just seeing that, seeing how it's fluctuating along that line. Now going into cryptocurrency, it's truly different because there's I know Digi, if he's watching, Digi Warfare, that's truly someone that I saw. If I want to go back now, we are founders on the Circuit Project, and we have a great mutual respect for each other, and I truly do appreciate that. But I mean, Digi is truly a great influence in my life, and I'm truly thankful for everything he's done for me. And I know he doesn't. He's very modest. He's very modest, and Dan, also founding member on Circuit. Me and him go back years, and a truly phenomenal guy. And we always have a great time, even when we're up for hours and hours on end, going into 3-4 in the morning. We always have a great time, and it's more just family oriented. Like it's like with the stock market, everyone knows the stock market. Going into cryptocurrency, people are less familiar. People are less prone to want to learn because, again, they're not familiar. They think it's all a scam. And, unfortunately, there's been events that have broadcasted that. And, it's unfortunate. But being able to get into Circuit and have just this family. And I think that's the reason I'm so passionate for is at Circuit, we're truly a family. We respect everyone on the same level with the same amount of respect, no matter, and I've said this already, but a founder, it's not like I'm your boss, you listen to me, done deal. It's not so much of that. Everyone understands their roles, and there's always a higher reasoning for why we do certain things in Circuit. So just that mutual understanding. So going from a trader, and just wrapping back to that question, going from a trader into a cryptocurrency project founder, there's a huge level of responsibility risen, because as the trader, and truly what I would do is I'd get up 5 minutes before market opened, and boom, I trade for a minute, and that's what I did. That opening candle, that was my trading strategy, and boom, I'm done. So 6 minutes of work, and you make money or however. But now it's really just about ensuring everyone is taken care of. Everyone has everything they need, and that's the thing about being a founder is you want to give an overview, but you want to ensure the individuals and the staff members, they have the tools that required to complete any task given. We, as founders, we do not say, this is how it is, and we put ourselves on this pedestal. anything that I ask someone if they could please take care of, I would do myself as well. I'll never ask someone to do something that I wouldn't do myself. That's a big thing. You're not going to find that in a lot of projects. You're not going to find that in really any businesses around the world. They feel like they're the boss. You do it. I told you to do it. Why didn't you do it? I'm not going to do it. I'm the boss. That's not how Circuit is. That's never how Circuit ever will be. And I assure you that's how it will never be. And I know myself and the founding members would never let it go that way, because that's not how we operate. And that's truly, I truly have to touch on that. It will never be that way. Let's see. A hard transition. There was a lot to learn. There's a big difference. With the stock market, of course, I'm not going to downplay it. There's a lot to learn there as well. But it's really just focusing on one aspect of trading, day trading. Boom. You really, I have my major is in psychology. And not saying that so much fueled trading, like, oh, you have a psychology degree. Wow, you can read people's minds. It's not like that. It's really just kind of get an understanding. And, I know, reaching back to my mom, she always say, of course, treat people how you want to be treated, but always think about that person, that individual could be going through something. Put yourself in their shoes. Everyone has an off day. And I think when I was younger, I didn't really think that way. Why is that person being that way? What's wrong with them? And my mom would always correct me. So being able to just get the foundation of why people are doing this, why are they selling it? Why are they buying it? Why are they shorting it? Why is the market moving this way? And put myself mentally in their shoes of, okay, this is why they may be doing this. And that helped me a lot in trading. So the hard transition was really going over to cryptocurrency, not really understanding everything. Yes, I could see the gains were phenomenal. I mean, Bitcoin is broken down with this decade alone. If you invested $1 in Bitcoin to its peak, your $1 would be $90,000. That is more than Apple, because Apple, it went up to, goodness, I'm not quite sure what, I know it's over $1,000, of course, I believe, but I believe Apple started years ago at like $27. I think that was the IPO or the initial public offering. But with Bitcoin, and a lot of people do say, and I will say this, a lot of people say, why didn't people invest in Bitcoin way back in the day? It's so easy. It really was not as easy as it is today. Back then, you had to, the way that you would purchase Bitcoin was very different. It wasn't streamlined like it is. And that's why at Circuit, we really push streamlining processes, because back in the day, let's say a decade ago, you had to download this, to download that, to putting your information here, to be able to purchase it and transfer it here. It was just a lot. It was just a lot of stuff, and you can see that in past videos. So it was a little different. So let's see. What is your favorite form of racing? Oh, okay. So my favorite form of racing, goodness. I mean, there's so many of them. Goodness. I'll touch on a couple I like, because I don't really have a favorite. I do like drag. I've always liked drag. I love drag. Yes. Drag racing is awesome. I love the high speed. I like seeing the quarter times, the half times. That's a really big, it's just really cool to see. So drag is a big one. Drifting, I love drifting. Not personally, I've never drifted, unfortunately. but I can't. There's a lot of negotiation going on, but I will say there's an individual I know of that's a drifter. So, not saying anything, but I know of an individual that's a drifter, and me and him talked on it, and that was awesome. Like, checked out his car, and he was telling me, like, any type of like strategies he has, which obviously I would never use them, but so that was really cool to meet him. And again, there's a lot coming soon in Circuit, so I can't really touch on a lot. Unfortunately, I wish I could. So drag, drift. Oh my goodness. I mean, if we want to look at when I was younger, monster truck was a huge thing back when I was younger. So actually being able, I mean, that is a type of racing. That was a big thing I was into when I was younger. Now, of course, when I was younger as well, NASCAR was a really big thing. And that's why I say a decade ago or more, NASCAR was a huge pipeline of racing. NASCAR, of course, being from Tennessee, Jeff Gordon was the man. And a lot of people give, I mean, not so much today, but back in the day, they give a huge flow. Oh, you like Jeff Gordon? Oh, he's a crybaby. Or however, and that's fine. Jeff Gordon was a big thing in Tennessee at the time. So me and my grandfather, we would watch NASCAR. And, I mean, goodness, there's just so many different forms of it. I really want to get into, I mean, not so much personally because, I mean, that would take a lot of really studying up on it. But drone racing, I touched on that earlier. Drone racing, that would be cool. I'd probably crash a few drones, but that would be really cool. Of course, like traditional, like any type of like circuit racing. I mean that's pretty much a dead given right there. So there's a lot of them. There truly are. I think I missed out some. So rally is mine. Oh, RC. That's a big thing. So going with like the whole, I mean, like circuit's not so much circuit's like a racing type, not so much a genre, but with the RC, that, yeah, definitely. So yeah, Spectre is definitely right there. Old school, I think so. Overlapping skills. Trader. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own ideas on traders. I mean, and that's kind of how it is. Like, I mean, traders are what bring volume and volatility to the market. So, how's those BitMEX XRP trades working for you? So, XRP, there's a lot of very dedicated individuals to XRP. And don't get me wrong, there's been points in time where XRP was number 3 within the coin market cap. And a lot of people don't like XRP because it's basically it's teaming up with banks, and a lot of cryptocurrency communities aren't. I mean, that's kind of like why crypto's here, is to move away from the banks because the banks are robbing you. Sorry, but I mean, there's been a lot of news like XRP, the founding team, are dumping their coins, and however, I mean, I'm not here to push judgment because everyone has their reasons of doing things, but I don't know of anyone that is invested in XRP, and so I mean that's kind of as far as I can go. What's your thoughts on Tesla beating everything? Excuse me, in the quarter mile. Yeah, and then Dan just touched on it. It's electric, and that's really the biggest thing. A quarter mile is a quarter mile. Yeah, but I mean, it is electric. So being able to just really push out everything, it just gives it like with the torque, being able to push it through to the torque. I mean that's just the biggest thing. I'm not gonna say I don't like Teslas. I don't own the Tesla. Obviously, I love my Infinity actually. I would rather have my Infinity than a Tesla. And I mean, some people may go against that, but I just like that. Now I know the racing industry. I mean, not so much as a whole, but there have been talks that a lot will be going electric to tend to this younger generation of like electric technology or however. And I mean, yeah, it could. Is it gonna mainstream? I think a lot of people, and I mean, even when it comes to NASCAR, I mean, yes, there are younger generations that enjoy NASCAR, don't get me wrong, but as circuit, we aren't just strictly NASCAR or Formula One. I mean, we're really a lot of different racing genres. So I think younger generations are somewhat going more towards, I wouldn't say street racing, because like when you think street racing, you think of like illegal type racing. Not so much of that, but being able to mod their own cars, going to different shows and everything. I think that's a really big thing that's being pushed out. So electric, it may be a wave of the future, but Crybaby wearing rainbow colors. Electric is 100% torque from the start, where engine has to come up on. Yeah, okay. Not gonna lie, if you go electric, yeah, I mean, I could see electric playing a larger part in the future. I mean, we see, as I've already said, there's going to be a lot of evolutions to everything, and not so much evolution of like what you think in like evolution theory, not like that. Just different waves of. I mean, if we go to like let's say just currency for example, you're trading sheep, and then you go to any type of like even gold or silver bars or coins, like actual gold coins. Going from that to now we have like paper money like fiat, and moving to checks. I mean, seeing my mom write checks, and like the biggest thing is like seeing my mom write checks at the supermarket. I couldn't imagine seeing that today, and that wasn't that wasn't that long ago. But imagine seeing someone write a check at the supermarket. Yes, it still occurs, but to what extent though? Normally people are pulling up their phone. You got your phone right here, and then boom, you just slide it, and then it just takes money out of your bank. Boom, we're done. Or your car, you just swipe it, boom, done. With cryptocurrency, it's the same thing. You could swipe a QR code or however, boom, you're done. And that's just streamlining this whole process. So with racing, I know there's going to be tension because people want to move towards electric. People aren't familiar with it. Why would they want to go to electric? But I mean, what says in the future people are going to be more inclined to, hey, this electric, wow, we get more power. The torque is better. Maybe we should go this route. And that's just something I think that's going to be in the talk. So, oh wow, really, Tim? Okay. That's who. Okay, I was wondering you said Crybaby in rainbow colors. Okay, Jeff Corin, got it. That's messed up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and like what Tim said, those vehicles do cost a lot more. So if we're trying, racing types. If you go 100% electric, the race would be 10 laps. They have hybrid cars, not like the. I think it's great that it can be some of these supercars. Yeah, I mean it is. Like Elon Musk, he definitely screwed me in the stock market because he sent out that tweet confirmed $420 a share BS. That was definitely wrong. Definitely lost a lot of money on that one. Thank you, but. And then he was, of course, smoking certain things on screen. I think it's just really about having the right advocator for it. Elon, don't get me wrong, he is a visionary. I'll say that about him. He's a visionary. He's very unique. But I think a lot of people are kind of weary of what is he going to do next. So yes, the car does speak for itself, don't get me wrong, but having someone to truly advocate for it with a good public standing, and not saying that he doesn't, but in the past, he's kind of done maybe not gone the right route for things, but I think having that right advocate to really go to these corporations or these industries, racing industry, and really just show them electric vehicles and what they can look like. Because a lot of people, when they think of like electric vehicle, they think of like, we can look at the small like 2-seaters, and it's not very visually pleasing, and like it really doesn't look good. But I know there are, and I think there's actually something pushed out where it was some type of concept for an electric car, and I could be wrong on that, but it really just given time, I think everything will go right. So let's see, horsepower, curb weight to 900 horsepower, engine 5.2 liter V10. Too light. Yeah, a lot of power with a light car. That can be quite dangerous. And like that was the thing. Like even with my car, not saying it's a supercar by any means, but not what I'm used to. I used to drive a Nissan Altima Coupe 2012. A beautiful car. I truly think it is. Now going over to the Infiniti, it's V6. Oh goodness, I know 300 horsepower now, but I can't even imagine the 400 horsepower, the Red Sport. I mean that's just a lot, because when you have that power, more than likely you're going to use that power. And even with my vehicle now, the torque is just, it's something I'm not used to, especially in the Nissan. So yeah, with that and just the light weight, I mean that can be very dangerous. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, with the downforce, yeah, absolutely. I have to start and gains weight. Oh, okay, yeah, stock, yeah, quarter mile, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is impressive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to like say, oh no, I only want to do gas power. That's the only way to go about it. Because like if I had that mentality, I wouldn't be in the crypto space, because I'd be like, oh no, the banks are fine, fiat's fine, they're charging us 18.6% on transaction fees. Wow, that's fine. You know, it's just gonna happen, and that's the wrong way to look at it. Why settle? Why settle? I mean, why would you settle in this lifetime? That's the big thing. Would you settle in this lifetime? If not, you have to think outside the box. And yes, I mean, especially from being from Tennessee, if you think outside the box, people think something's wrong with you. Now that's just within my family. Not saying that's just how it is from Tennessee, but being like a Southern family, you think outside the box. People are like, why is he thinking that way? Is something wrong with him? We might want to get him checked on. But that's where the visionaries come from, is thinking outside the box. Someone has to think outside the box. There always can be something that can be improved upon. You just have to be that one that's actually going to take a step forward, just like advocating for the electric cars. If it does go that route, like officially go that route, being that visionary, having that passion of why this should occur, and really just having the knowledge. Knowledge is power, and I say knowledge is power because if someone were to, I'm not going to say go against you, but if someone has a question, we'll keep it in simple terms, then you have the knowledge to, hey, okay, this is the question. But really when you're bringing any type of information forward, you want to ensure that there is no loop of why someone would have a question or why they would question it. That's a big thing. So during the quarter mile run, the Tesla Model S performance with 10.6 seconds at 127 miles per hour. Yeah. That'd be free. I like fast car. Just fastest car. Yeah, that's true. The tests that they have in the desert, like for beating the record, like the sound barrier or however. That's where it's. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's very dangerous. Anything racing related is dangerous. I mean, there's danger with anything that could be, I guess you could say extreme, like an extreme sport. Now there are like less extreme genres of racing, of course. Anything like horse racing and dog racing. I mean, there's no human involved. I would hope not. Hopefully, there's no guy out there on all fours racing dogs or horses. I don't know if this ever happened, but drone racing, RC racing. But anything that does involve an individual placing themselves in a vehicle, there's always going to be something. And that's why I was talking and speaking on Trent. He did have those photos where it did show him in the hospital. I believe he may have injured his leg, and I could be wrong on that, but I believe it was. It's really just understanding, hey, there is risk. This is serious. You could lose your life. And, unfortunately, we look at Dale Earnhardt, and, in tragedies like that do occur, and it's very sad, and it was a very dark time for the racing industry. But everyone accepts that when they do place themselves behind any type of vehicle, even if you're driving down the street, I mean, there's danger. That's why you take precautions. You put your seatbelt on, you drive the speed limit. because yes, we are about racing, but legal racing. We don't advocate people rushing down the highway 150 miles per hour and hit a family and kill the family. I mean, that's a very sad, tragic moment. It's really just about, being legal, making sure everything's set up, and going about the right way and having a good time. So yeah, I mean, there, like Spectre said, there is danger. So yeah, she's trying to beat her own record. In fact, oh goodness, yeah. I mean that's very sad. Where is my mouse? Oh, there we are. Okay. So and we've been going for about an hour and a half now. Thank you so much to everyone for the activity in the chat. I truly do appreciate that. That's awesome. I love to see. I think I just worked on them fixing the wrecked ones. Oh, okay, yeah. Are you speaking of the RC cars or? But yeah, thank you so much for the activity in the chat. I love that. I really just enjoy, and the founding team, we enjoy being able to communicate with the community and see what everyone's thoughts are and everything. There's a lot of news coming out in the near future. A lot. There's been a lot of hard work taking place. And, we're truly going to show everyone what Circuit is. And I think that's going to be very rewarding to us. Just like it is being here with everyone tonight. It's very rewarding because, yes, when you're behind this computer, you're working 24 hours, you're exhausted, and, you're looking at the same thing over and over, looking for how to tweak it, how to make it more polished, look better for the community. And, just over and over, yes, it's very tiring, but it's moments like this, it's so rewarding being able to speak with everyone, to show everyone what Circuit is, why we're proud of this, and why we love to be here. And that's what I was speaking about, the small victories. Just being able to be here with everyone and it just, really compounding it and just seeing these milestones achieved one after the other is a really big thing for us. And we're truly thankful for everyone that is involved in the project Circuit. It's a big thing. It's going to be this amazing, huge project. And, people ask me all the time, what announcements do you have? What else is coming out for Circuit? What are you doing now? And really what I can say to that as a response is we are always working on Circuit. We are always working on Circuit. There is not one day that's gone by since this project has started being worked on. And I promise not one day that we have not worked on this project. And we started working on this project, oh my goodness, December of 2018. We were working on this project. December of 2018, we brought this forth, and we released on the 7th of July, 2019. Not one day has gone by. We have not worked on this project in one way or another. And if that's not dedication, I don't know what it is. And that's why I always speak very highly of everyone associated with Circuit. No matter if you're a founding member, a moderator, administrator, I am truly, the founding team, we are truly thankful for everything. And couldn't be more thankful, truly. Thank you so much for the partners, the sponsors, the drivers. Trent has just joined Team Circuit. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We couldn't be more honored that you reached out to us and showed a great interest in being a part of this team. Working on designs as you speak. The designs are a huge thing. Our design work and truly Dan's design work is top-notch professional. Like, goodness, when I see his work, it's just like, how does he do it? I don't know. But with decades of experience, Dan truly perfects it. It's truly a wonder. So I'll take any questions? We're about to wrap this up, so let me go ahead, and if anyone has any questions as far as the white paper, any of the drivers that we have, the Circuit wallet, make sure you download the Circuit wallet. Begin to gain rewards from our faucet, which is placed right here. Free Circuit, why not? I don't know. I can't even, why not? I mean, really, even online games. We do have online games. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. And Thread, the white paper. White paper's in 4 different languages, and Thread's in 2 languages. Really just embracing that worldwide concept. That's the huge thing. So, I mean, all of our partners right here. We see Mr. Auto. At Mr. Auto, I mean, he has just like truly amazing products for making your car really shine. I mean, they really are, and I can't wait to use them personally. So if you go to Mr. Auto, you use promo code CIRCUIT, you get 20, maybe actually 25% off of your entire purchase. I mean, that is huge. And I don't want to be like the huge guy, but you know, that's a really big thing, and I mean, why not? So broadcasting, garage day trade, volatility trading in the house right now. Lone Wolf day trading. If you have any questions with cryptocurrency trading or the stock market, send a message. Why not? Your Crypto Daily, always broadcasting. Our cryptocurrency projects, Castle's a big one. Now with Legion, we do have Spectre Security. Spectre Security is here with us for any need that you have. If you want to set up a website, if you have a project, your own project, you need assistance on, Spectre Security, all you do is you come here, you click on this link, it's going to send you to their website page, and they're top notch, truly top notch professionals, decades of experience. That's a big thing. They've seen anything and everything. Strong Hands, I go years back with Strong Hands. Now we do have the drivers, iRacing, we have Christian West, late model, Trent, I believe, actually sent a message over, I think, favorite racing genre. Legend car is Scott Dinin. Scott Dinin actually re-announced that his renegotiation had come through, so he will be with us for the 2020 racing season. Open Wheel Modified is Rob Moore. Rob Rocket Moore has raced sport. He's done exotic. He's really done a lot of different ones. So really, I would take the time to check out all the drivers we have. Sports truck. We have Mike is a really great guy. I really like Mike. He's actually introduced us to 3223 Racing. That page will be coming out soon once we gather all of the information. But we do have 3223 Racing with Dave Simpson, his wife Christine, and the son DJ. Yes, I remember everything about our racers. The reason I do that is because they're very important to me. They're very important to the circuit team. But yes, 3223 Racing, the 3 pages will be uploaded as soon as we get all the information. And I'm really excited to see that as well. So, and then I was also speaking on being suited up, racing around the track, getting a feeling for it. That's in the racing experiences. Rent a race car. So you'll always, if you are in the Northeast region of the United States, definitely go here. I'm definitely going here. That's awesome. So I mean, we truly have phenomenal partners, sponsors, drivers, and then of course we were speaking on the master hosting with the Pollen Network. So go here, get your circuit wallet, get your free circuit at the faucet. Check out our drivers, our partners, our sponsors, and if anyone has any questions, we'll give it a couple of minutes. We just hit 11:30 Eastern time. So I'll give it a couple of minutes, and then we will close it out. So go ahead and close my book up. There's so many cords around here. Oh, one thing I do want to mention. If you actually go down to the description of this live stream, you go to the Discord. Join the Discord. You create a wallet within the Discord. It's very easy to do so. And we actually rained Circuit. Circuit was rained at the beginning of this live stream. Excuse me. So you can go there, create a wallet, your rained Circuit. What that means is basically Circuit is dispersed to the individuals that have a wallet within Discord, and boom, you get free Circuit again. So there's a lot of different avenues to take when you want to obtain free Circuit. To have a part of this amazing project. I can't touch on that enough. That's a huge thing. Being involved is definitely a big thing for us. And another thing to speak on is a lot of people ask, when are your drivers? When are they racing? Where can I see them? So on and so forth. We're actually having a calendar coming out on the Circuit website that's going to broadcast all of our drivers of what events they're doing on what days and what locations and how to view them if there is access to view them. That's a huge thing when streamlining, as we were speaking on earlier, is we want to streamline it to the community, make it very easy and simple for them to find things. I mean, like with the buttons that we have right here, and then also being able to see what our drivers are doing and what they're attending. So now with that marketing material that we are finalizing, that will be broadcast to the community what it looks like, and I can tell you already, everything looks beautiful. Our trifolds, our brochures, I mean, they're phenomenal. Dan's doing an amazing job on them. The business cards, we already have business cards, and I can actually show you right here. And you can see we got the glossy, we got the front, we got the back right here. You see the name, founding team, QR code. You can see the different. We're actually bringing a modified version of those to be passed out. So that's going on. The banners just came in. They're sitting right over there. I would try to put them in here, but I don't really have a way to hook it up. So, but they look great. Just looking on our Twitter, it's going to be at Circuit Society, and you can see the banners, and they're just great. They really came out well. So very excited for that. Dispersing that to the drivers, and really, this is just going to be a huge racing season for Circuit. And we couldn't be more happy with the drivers that we have. I mean, just the level of prestige and the top tier. It's crazy. So, Volatility Trading, thank you so much for being here. You need sleep. Fair enough. But thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. We're about to close up anyways. Again, thank you all so much for attending. I'd like to do this again next weekend. I don't see why not. I hope everyone had a great time. We answered any questions that you do have. If you do have any questions, you can always you can email us. My email personally, jonathan@circuit-society.io. The reason I give my personal email address is because why not? If you care about Circuit and you want to learn more, I would not ignore you. You're not going to find that with any corporation. There's no CEO out there that's going to receive an email from you and probably not even care about it. But at Circuit, we do care. I think I've touched on it so much, but I mean, at Circuit, I mean, professionalism is key, and that's truly what we are, the pinnacle of professionalism. And I'm truly proud to be a part of this project. So definitely, yeah. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be doing this again next Saturday, more likely at 10 p.m. I think that's a good time. But yeah, if you have anything, reach out to us on Twitter, email me personally. You can even find me in the Discord. Just join the Discord in the link below. And that's it from Team Circuit. So go ahead and check those out, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Take care.